Yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to back to my channel, East to West Reviews. Today we're gonna get into, of course, the title says, Solo Leveling Chapter 152, and Kaiju number 8, Chapter 33. But before I get into this, of course, I have to speak on the sad passing of a true mangaka legend. I'm talking Miura, the writer of course Berserk. If you haven't heard of Berserk, I recommend you definitely pick it up. It's definitely a piece of work, a true masterpiece. So it's a very saddening to hear about the passing of a great mangaka, someone so skilled with the pen. Um, so my condolences go out to his family and all of his fans out there whose work really touched them. I know a lot of people. Berserk was probably their favorite series and got them through a lot of things. So I hope everyone out there is doing okay and can find some sort of peace in all of this. But without further ado, let's get back into the chapter. I'm really excited to pick up on this. Last time we left off, um, Sun Jin Woo has declared himself that he is going to fight for humanity with this whole war against the monarchs and potentially the rulers. Maybe I don't know if he sees them as an ally or if he sees them as maybe someone to just watch out for now. Um, but he's definitely weary and he's definitely on humanity's side now. With the passing of Gogun, his mentor, father figure in the Hunter Association. I know Sung Jin Woo's going through a lot here, so I'm curious to see what he plans next to after that press conference. Okay. All right, we start off. We're in a cave. Is this a cave or is this a dungeon? Oh man. Okay, so we have five figures standing on pillars in a cave, and they all seem to have a crazy aura around them. These are probably the monarchs gathering, especially with the frost monarch coming into contact with Sun Jin Woo. Yeah, it's the monarchs, all right. Okay, Frost Monarch speaks. The Shadow Monarch is on the surface of the earth. Well, who's this guy? Didn't you say there was no vessel that could fully contain his true powers? And isn't that the exact reason why Dragon King can't remain on the surface of the earth? Okay, so I guess they're talking about the Calamity Dragon that Sung Jin Woo tried to arrive in America. His name escapes me at this moment, but the Essering Dragon that took all the nation level hunters over there to beat the Ice Monarch. I saw with my own two eyes. He's more of a threat than fragments of luminosity. I will take care of him. Are you willing to help me? Okay, this is the guy that took out Christopher Reed, I believe his name was. One of the nation level hunters, the first one we saw. By picking a fight against him, you are only looking for suicide. Your opponent is one of the strongest of the nine monarchs. Why not wait for the monarch of destruction, the Dragon King, to return? Oh, okay. I, I got some thoughts on that. But we're gonna come back to that at the end of this chapter because if this is because if they're talking heavy about this dragon monarch, king of destruction or monarch of destruction, the dragon king. I kind of thought that was him. He had the looks of he could be a dragon or a dragon monarch, but let's keep going. Okay, the ice monarch. Although we are currently on the run, we are the monarchs. And yet all we can do is wait for the Dragon King? That's true. You guys talk a lot of crap. You should be able to back it up too, especially if you're going to go ahead and jump a bunch of nation levels. The only chance we have in defeating the Shadow Monarch is now, when he is still in the form of a human. Please help me. I will take responsibility and return him to nothingness. Oh. Count me out of this. I also don't want to become like the Monarch of White Flames either. The Monarch of White Flames. Who's that? Oh, someone said scaredy cats. Oh, this must be the Beast Monarch guy. Okay. You should know what happened to the Monarch of White Flames after he was defeated. I don't want to be caught by the Shadow Monarch's authority and suffer through an eternal slumber. The Wait, so was this guy is the Monarch of White Flame one of Sung Jin-woo's shadows? If I'm missing something, somebody please comment down below if I'm missing something here, because I'm actually a little confused here. But let's keep going. Maybe they'll refresh my memory. Okay. I don't think he can make us, who are in our original forms, into one of his servants. It seems that the Shadow Monarch and the Administrator are working together now. He can create a replica of us. Oh. Well, Sung Jin-woo is now the Administrator, so maybe that gives him the buff that they're so afraid of. I don't want to turn into a tool in his world. Okay, so I guess if you're a Shadow Monarch or not, you're permanently his, which makes sense. Okay, it looks like they're all going away. And the evidence that he is still a human, Beast Monarch says to the Frost. The Frost Monarch, oh, okay. So I guess in that last chapter, when he was getting away, Sung Jin-woo threw some daggers at him to try to get him at the last second. And I guess the daggers went with him through the portal. I kind of thought maybe Sung Jin-woo could take them back, just sort of like beam them into his inventory. But I guess he took them with him through the portal, and now he has them. He applied poison onto his dagger. It's not something Osborne, the Shadow Monarch, would do. Okay, Osborne. Like Norman Osborn? Don't tell me he's crazy like Norman Osborn. Or either of them, honestly. Oh, okay. The lady's excited now. Poison, huh? If the Shadow Monarch could fully control their human body, they wouldn't have to resort to such trickery. Oh, she looks vile. Like, she literally looks toxic. Will you be joining me? I will help you. We kill the Shadow Monarch together. Okay, so Beast, Frost, and I'm going to assume she's some sort of like the insect monarch, maybe. Maybe she oversaw the ants of Jeju Island. Maybe they were sort of her people. But she definitely looks like some sort of bug poison type. Okay, we're back in Korea, looks like. Please think it over again about the one who will be able to save your life when another S-class gate opens in this world. Even if you pay hundreds and thousands of times the money you paid to buy your own, you can never save your own life in such situations. When Hunter Sung Jin-woo was fighting against the ants on Jeju Island, the chairman who was watching the broadcast with me told me this. Now that his wish had been fulfilled, he could comfortably rest in peace. But I never thought he would actually pass away like this. I wonder, is this a news broadcast? Hmm. Okay, I guess sounds like a news broadcast. Okay, so it looks like the chairman really boasted about Sung Jin Woo. I mean, naturally, he saw the potential in him before a lot of people. I think even before he officially took his test to be classified as S rank. Sung Jin Woo standing on top of a building like he's Batman. I cannot sense his magic power, so I guess this method won't work very well. Okay, looks like he's trying to find a Frost Monarch. Natural. Okay, he's got a stat bar. Sung Jin Woo, level 133. Okay, he's come away. Monarch of Shadows. The Demon Hunter. I guess that's the bandit he's going with for now. It's probably the best one. Mana Overload. Okay, flashback. Why don't we stop here for today, Frost Monarch? I'm not here to fight with our lives on the line. He didn't have a shadow with him. He said he was in his original form. According to what the monarch of the giants told me, the monarchs and the rulers are all in their original forms, and thus they cannot become shadow soldiers. Okay, so fully formed monarchs, no shadow. Okay, straightforward. So the one of the white flame they're talking about, who is that? All of the monarchs and their rulers were in their original form. Oh, this is the giant monarch speaking in flashback. And once the original forms die, they become destroyed and cannot become a shadow soldier. Along the same lines, if monarchs do not have shadows, a great tracking source would have been blocked. Sanjo was thinking, well, it doesn't matter. As long as I am a hunter, I will never miss my prey. It's true. You also have your shadows everywhere, so his intelligence is pretty up there. Oh man, we're at the Hunters Bureau in Korea. The big man's chair is just empty. It's been a week since the chairman's position has been emptied. We need to find the successor to the chairman's position. The fact that an S-rank hunter was the chairman of the Hunter Association had many symbolic meanings. And now that the association, which is overseeing 5 great guilds, has lost such a great figure, who will be able to control the guilds now? That's true. I guess it does leave a bit of a power vacuum for them. Are you suggesting we hire another S-rank hunter? I would. I wouldn't hire a suit to run this. You don't. You need someone who's been out there, like fighting, not someone who's been behind the desk watching, reaping the benefits. Because these are people's lives on the line. You can't just send them out to do whatever. That's what this guy reminds me of. Okay. Are you suggesting we hire another S-rank hunter? Even though the higher ranked hunters are very influential, we need to take extra caution in bringing in outsiders. But you're all on the same side. After a long and intense discussion, the directors and I would like to recommend Wu Jin-chul as the new president of the association. Oh, okay, the chairman's right hand. Okay, that works. That works. He's an A rank hunter? He's not S, he's not super elite, but he's capable. He's seeing combat. He's even willing to go into the raids with Sung Jin Woo just to, keep an eye on him. I'm okay with that. That's cool. No, he's proven his loyalty, his worth. That's probably the best choice you could make. Uh, Honestly, my two choices besides him that I thought of were I think Bayek is his name, the Lionel guy who can transform kind of into a tiger, and I'm forgetting his name too. But the flame sorcerer, the other S rank hunter of South Korea. Okay, what? Why me? We believe that Chief Woo Jin Chul most closely assisted the president and gained the most skill. He is also very capable in terms of leadership and the ability to call hunters into action. He's got some stain. There is no law that only an S-rank hunter can take the place as president. As a presence that casts an influence among hunters and a presence hunters fear, we see Wu Jin-chul as the perfect candidate. Looking back, how he pulled hunters together and took control of the party. He doesn't seem so sure. I am lacking in too many other aspects to be taking such an honorable position. There are many others who are of a higher rank than me, and aren't I still too young and naive? There is the position of the vice president as an option as well. Directors and managers of affiliates who have gathered here today, there are many great people like these, yet why am I to sit where President Go Gun He did? That was his right hand. Um, I'm not surprised. That's those are big shoes for him to fill. That's the man he looked up to his whole life. Hmm. Oh yeah. Me and the other executives of the association do not have the power to move around the greatest forces of Korea. However, Inspector Woo Jin-chul has the power to do so. We have connections, too many great guilds. And above all, don't you have a connection to Hunter Sung Jin-woo? That's a good point. I did run into him frequently, but I don't know whether Hunter Sung Jin-woo would think of me that way. We cannot force our decision to Inspector Woo Jin-chul. However, would you be willing to carefully consider accepting our proposal? I will. Okay. Oh, is he going to one of the S-rank guilds? Oh, no, okay, never mind. This is Thomas Andre's guild. Alright. Okay. It's been a while since I last came into the underground. Oh, he still looks broken. Oh, Master, they call him. What are you acting all started for? You guys can sit back down. I love Thomas Andre. He's funny. Oh, he says, are you really thinking of giving that away as a gift? Oh, this is the underground of his guild. Is he going to the into his vault to give Hunter Sung Jin Woo the dagger he asked for? He's like, okay, a dagger. I can do that. This man's probably about to pull out something elite. He says he's crazy with his debts. His assistant's like, are you really thinking of giving that away as a gift? Why do you think it's not worth the lives of me and the members of my guild? He says. Oh, no, I do not think so. Do you think he lacks the skills as a hunter to use this? Thomas Andre asks. She stays silent. He's smiling. What is this? Door opens up. There's a hole in the ground with like some dark aura leaking out? He says, as awesome as always. She says there are only 2 of them in the entire world? And I am sure that number will stay consistent throughout the future. He said, yes, but you're still going to give it to me? Yes, that's exactly the reason I'm going to give it to you. Do you think it's a waste? That the best of all weapons is just rotting here, gaining dust? Oh. I wish I could show you guys this. This, these are raw. Damn. Oh, give me a minute. Oh my god. When Sung Jin-woo said, give me a dagger, he's like, yeah, I can do that. I know what you need. These probably have to be some like S rank elite daggers. Oh my god. I wonder if they have a red tint to them. One has a black guard above the handle, and the other one's got like a golden guard to it. But they're both like bright crimson red. These are next level. I don't know what the hell these are, but these are next level. Yeah, these are gonna give Hunter Sung Jin-woo a nice buff. I have no idea what they are, what they can do, but I'm excited to see those. Okay, so these are gonna okay. Now that's the end of the chapter. That is the end of the chapter. Okay, so we got actually quite a bit in that. Um, that was a great start, honestly. This was a solid chapter. I haven't been too like crazy about the chapters lately. Some of them have been pretty lackluster, personally. I think they've kind of been speeding through a lot, but this this was one of the better ones I've seen lately, definitely. It starting off with the monarchs. That whole conversation had a lot to it. Speaking on some of their comrades that have fallen, still need to figure out who that missing monarch is. I'm confused there, and also them learning about the Shadow Monarch, his current stances. It looks like they're all against him, but they're not all willing to fight him. I'm really curious what this pecking order is when it comes to the monarchs, because it seems like the Frost Monarch, of course, is probably towards the bottom of that. I wouldn't be surprised if he is. The two that were very outspoken, they seem to be a lot more intense. The guy who's kind of has the red aura to him, and I feel like he's probably among the upper echelon of the monarchs. I kind of thought he could have been the dragon monarch. Apparently not. Um, I don't know. And then there's the Beast Monarch. I want to see him fight Hunter Sung Jin Woo. I remember we had that flashback of the Shadow Monarch a while back, and then there was this giant wolf. Kind of reminded me of Fenrir of Norse mythology. Just a giant wolf, just over like encompassing this whole like army. I feel like that could have been him and maybe his like alternate form. If he is indeed like a beast monarch like he looks like. And man, so they're gonna go after him. This is gonna be a good fight, but are they? I guess they're gonna try and jump him like they've been doing lately with some of the other nation rank hunters. It's probably the only way they'll make it out. The Ice Monarchs, I think he knows he can't beat Hunter Sung Jin Woo. Maybe that's why he used Gogun He against him. Hmm. It's okay. So there's 9 monarchs. There's only 5 here. Sung Jin Woo makes 6. The giant, it's 7. They're waiting for one to be reincarnated. The one of destruction, the dragon. It's 8, and then there's the one that's missing 9. Okay. All right. So this is what's left. Gotcha. Okay. They're really afraid of becoming shadows. I wonder if there was in the past when they tried to overthrow the Shadow Monarch. I wonder if they took a heavy blow, or at least maybe on the brink of becoming a shadow, because they seem to clearly be afraid and not want to mess with him, even in his human form, which they say is weaker. But I really think the Shadow Monarch has kind of just given himself to Sung Jin Woo. Um, Sort of just, I'll give you all of my power if you can unlock it in a worthy. Um, but I'm not going to take you over. Maybe he has his own ulterior motive or his own plot for revenge. And we've got Sun. He's contemplating on the monarchs. He's on the hunt for them. I wonder if he'll ever try and enlist some of the help of some of these nation rank hunters. He's trying to he's supposed to protect, or he was asked to protect. Because I would love to see a team up with him and the Chinese nation rank hunter. And of course, once he gets his arm back, I'd love to see a tag team of him and Thomas Andre. I think they could become like really good friends. Even though they seem like such complete opposites. And I might have gone on a little too long, but I guess it's nice to know about the internal strife going on with the Hunters Association. You've got the inspector coming into this new position potentially. I can't see anyone else now kind of taking this role. Um, there are 2 S rank hunters I mentioned before. They probably have a chance to do it, but after hearing what these executives have to say, they make a compelling argument. And that's pretty much the chapter. Other than that nice reveal at the end with Thomas Andre. That's probably my favorite part personally, because I just want to know what these are going to do to Hunter Sung Jin Woo. They're definitely going to take him up to a new level. But that I think that's all my thoughts I have on solo leveling for this. Again, one of the better chapters to come out lately. I hope we can get a little more like this. This was definitely a nice treat. All right, so now we're gonna get into uh, Kaiju number 8. So I wanted to save the one I was looking forward to for last. I've been thinking about reading this chapter all day because this is also picking up on a very nice moment where it left off in the last chapter. You have our main character Kafka. He finally was captured by the security force. He's been imprisoned. He's locked up, um, and there are a bunch of military leaders who want to do all different sorts of things with him. So I want to know how he's going to make it out of this. His team, his childhood friend, the captain, and everyone else in his squad, they seem to believe in him and they're going to vouch for him. So I want to see what sort of maybe test they put him through, or maybe see what some of these older guys can do, because they look menacing, especially the one in charge. All right, let's get into this. Nice cover page. He's in this kaiju form, chained up. Makes sense. Okay, looks like we're at. Are they like Division 3? I think they are. They're all just sitting around, probably thinking about Kafka, what's going on. I forget these other three guys' names. I haven't caught on too well with the names for this manga just yet. Or manga just yet. Man, oh man, I still can't believe it. Who would have thought the old timer was a Kaiju number 8? I mean, come on, that pot-bellied geezer. Am I right, Reno? He knew. He's not saying anything. I probably wouldn't either, but I guess he doesn't know these guys too well. This is the operation room coming in. Report to the captain's office. Okay. A transfer to another division? Their top 3 guys are getting transferred? Not the top 3, well, I guess literally the top 3 guys. Or at least the side people we're following. Okay. So then Captain Hibana? Oh, yes, this is as a temporary measure. The recent Kaiju disaster has resulted in a 75% reduction in the Tachikawa base's functionality. As a result, we've deemed it unstable as a training facility. First number 9, now number 10. Daikuju keep coming. And so the top brass suspect one thing, that this might be a series of continuing cataclysms. Okay. So they're not going to wait around. They realize they need to train and bring up a lot more of their ranks, I guess. Because when that Daikuju came and attacked the base, the lieutenant was the only one who could keep up with him. But he couldn't do anything, really, at the end. Daikuju just became too much. He couldn't emit enough power. Do you mean there's more to come, ma'am? Not just more, but possibly more at the same time. We need to prepare ourselves for that possibility. And you all are key. We're taking every division's most talented rookies and training them across division boundaries. Okay. Hey, it's the only way you can get better. You gotta get different experiences. But the 3rd division, I admire it and you so much that I'll do it. Okay. Reno. I need to get even stronger. Reno, you. Well, I'd say this is a fine opportunity. Even if I were to stay in the same place, I doubt I could catch up to Shinomiya. Excuse me. You're not the only one who wants to get stronger, Reno. And of course, once one of them gets going, you get everyone else fired up. Da. Then I'll do it too, you piece of crap. You're the one person I refuse to lose to. Please keep the fighting, to Kaiju. Thinks to himself now. I swear I'll get even stronger. I'll be waiting for you. You can count on it, sir. Okay. Oh, looks like this is the commander-in-chief. State your business. Kikoru. His daughter. He's got to be all formal with her. She looks nervous. And salute. Director General Shinomiya, sir. I have come to request that you repeal orders to dispose of Kafka Hibino. He has personally saved my life, so I humbly suggest a lenient punishment for Pathetic fool. Pathetic. Ashiro already reported that much to me. Are you here to tell me about your worthless failures? He did raise her kind of crazy now that I'm thinking about it. Uh, I'm pretty sure she had this whole thing about not wanting to fail, not wanting to be a disappointment to her father. I think I see where some of that trauma is coming now. Alright. But hands her envelope. These are x-rays of his body. He has made that thing on the left side of his chest look like a heart, but it's a core. Huh. And she looks sweaty. This can't be. He is no human. He is a kaiju of the same scourge that killed your mother. A kaiju. If you understand, then leave. She sits at, Daddy, even so, I still want to believe in him. Okay. That's interesting. Just to go back on that, that's interesting. So, Kafka, well, I guess when you take an x-ray of him and they're looking at his bone structure, his chest, he, his anatomy changed, basically. Um, they, they saying it looks like a heart, it's not a heart? That's interesting. I mean, I guess he can change into his kaiju form. And it is very humanoid. It seems to be the same stature of himself, just maybe just a little more muscular, I guess. Um, but I didn't think it would change his internal anatomy. That's interesting. And I guess his core to mimic a heart into his human form. I wonder if that's on purpose. If I wonder if this is maybe like a mental thing, like when he transforms back and forth. Alright, let's get back to it. Kafka sitting alone in this prison. I wonder if this can even hold him. If we can prove that you're human, there's a chance you can escape disposal. They already took x-rays of him. I don't know how much convincing there is. It's just as Mina says. I'll prove that I'm a human and get back to the others. First, I need to get them to hear me out. Oh, somebody comes in. Freaking Commander-in-Chief comes in, whole squad. A couple of them guns out, and two of them with briefcases. That's never good. That is never good. I never want to be held captive and you got two people coming with briefcases. That means pain is coming. It's Director General Shinomiya. I never would have guessed the Director General would go in himself. That man always settles important matters personally. This man looks elite. He This man looks elite. It's kind of looks like Omni-Man type menacing, honestly. And he's got a suit on. If he's the Director General, he could this man can easily push 100% out. I bet he can easily push 100%. This man probably fights Daikuju. He probably took out 1 through 7. Director General, I assure you I am not a Kai. Release his restraints. Oh, he's built different. Oh, yeah, he's built different. He's gonna fuck him up. Even Casca shot. But sir, This is Kaiju number 8. It's far too dangerous to giving him a death glance. Have you forgotten who I am? If he's really a Daikuju class threat, then he could easily break those manacles. He's here of his own free will. Okay, he acknowledges that. I don't think I give him any credit for it, but hey, he knows. He just might hear me out, Kafka thinks. Director General Shinomiya, I'm a human and I pulls a gun on him. This man is oozing black Air Force energy. That's probably what he's got on with his suit. Huh, lights him up. Kafka, what's the meaning of this, sir? Oh, he transformed his arm into the Daikuju arm. Did this man just... It looks like he kind of like pulled a Killua in the Hunter exams. He reached it into his like rib cage and just snatched a piece of his body. I'll let you in on a little secret, he says. In this world, a life form that can stop bullets with their bare skin could never be considered human. Kaiju number 8. So he didn't take a... I don't know, maybe he took a body part? Or like a chunk of like body? This man has the vial, and he's just dripping the blood he snatched into the vial. That's how you collect samples, dog? That's how you collect samples? Oh my god. How is young Shinomiya related to this guy? She seemed all like preppy and like, I guess like stuck up. But she became cool. How is she related to this guy? This guy is nuts. Oh my god. But that's the chapter. Oh my god. Hey, that's cool. That was a good chapter. I definitely enjoyed that. Director General of the Defense Force, Isho. So Kafka is in trouble. I don't know how he's going to get out of this. Everything they're doing to him seems to be trying to prove he is not a kaiju. Although I think they're kind of framing him for some of it. You know, you can't just pull a gun out on a guy who's trying to speak to you and try to shoot him. I'm going to use whatever I can to defend myself too. But this is ruthless. This is absolutely ruthless. Ah, man. He's either going to have to break out, which I hope he doesn't do. Although, I'd watch it. Mostly because I kind of want him to. I'd much prefer Kafka to maybe like try to prove that innocence, especially if he is going to go ahead and fight by his friend's side in the future, be recognized by the defense force, and kind of bring his kaiju like into the side. I don't want him to try kind of be in the shadows, ducking and dodging all the time. Um, because then it kind of would, I think it would take away from this cast we've kind of built. So I'm really curious. I wonder if part of this whole training exercise that they've got going on might bring them to this facility as well. Maybe they will have to come here since this seems like a main base location, perfect for training, perfect for new recruits. Um, Maybe they could come here and possibly help out, you know. But I don't know how much help they can really give. The captain's been getting pleadings from seems like just about everyone, and he's not budging at all, even from his own daughter. So this is interesting. I'm curious to see what comes next. Um, Man, I wish I know it comes out every now and then, but I I really wish Kaiju number 8 was more on a weekly because it's just so good. It's just so good. It's just really one of my favorite things coming out of Jump lately. But that's going to be it for me here today, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And sorry, it's free to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.